I came to a point in my mind that I knew we was all dead, and it's just a matter of time, and it didn't even matter. Except I was hoping that if they killed any of us, they was going to kill us all and do it quick, because I didn't want to see my kids suffer. They'd already proven that they, was willing to kill kids. They claim they're there for they'd sent a hostage rescue team. That ain't no hostage rescue team. That's an FBI terrorist team is what it is. They're snipers. They put a name like hostage. There weren't no hostages up there. Hostages don't pack guns.
They said you had booby traps and landmines.
Oh yeah, but they said a lot. They said I was wanted for robbing banks in Montana and Washington. They made up all kinds of garbage that wasn't true. But that way, see, they can justify to the public it's okay to kill us because we're all crazy and we're bad guys, right? That's why they do it.
So why do you think some people were blaming Zog for what happened up on Ruby Ridge?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose they figured that Zog controls the federal government and that that's who would come up there and ruined their lives. Took some of our lives as the federal government. They have a lot of influence. The Zionists have a lot of influence. I mean, we give them $3 billion a year, That talking about Zionist Jews, there's like 4 different kinds of Jews. They ain't all bad.
Some conspiracy theorists say that the demonization of Randy Weaver as a white supremacist is thematic of the New World Order's tactics, that they falsely accuse anyone of anti-Semitism who gets too close to the truth. Could this be true? One thing's for sure, in terms of Randy Weaver, the white supremacy angle was clearly working.
Okay, let's talk about another civil rights issue, this Randy Weaver. He was in the Aryan Nation.
In my neighborhood, if a guy put swastikas on his kids, I would be a little suspicious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, come on over, we'll have some fruit.
The government is saying the order to the men in the field is shoot to kill. And they shot to kill. They killed the dog.
They killed the dog.
Killed the dog, then they killed the son, and they shot him in the back. The next one
they shot
killed
the dog in the back. Can you believe that, Gary? That is... Oh, man, that's a canine American. He's got his rights.
That was the worst thing that happened. Listen, I think if you're going to err, I would like people to err to protect me and my family, not err.
It wasn't causing any danger. This was a decorated
You know what? If you're bringing up your
no
kids in the Aryan Nation, you are causing danger because you're spawning hate in America.
So now you're going to have...
They call me white supremacist. That's big news. That kind of stuff sells newspapers, I believe. Who wants to report on the ice cream social at the Methodist Church? That won't sell a damn thing. This is going to sell because this is exciting stuff. People go to car races to see wrecks. They don't go to watch people run in circles. They love blood and guts. People are cruel. On the whole, I don't trust people. I think it's been enough years now. I can joke about it, and keep going. I couldn't for a while. I can watch a Western now. Again, it's, they have the PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, they call it. I know we've all had it, each of us to a different degree. Even Elishaba talked about that until she was 2.5 years old. Blood, Mama, and she started crying. Mama, fall down, Mama needs help. I mean, she just make everybody in the room cry, I haven't been watching the signs. Is anybody else? We might be going to Florida.
The siege at Ruby Ridge lasted for 10 days. Every morning, Bo and Jack would return up the mountain to talk to the family through the cabin walls.
We're trying to calm them down, get them to stop crying, and to focus on something else other than their mother laying up underneath the kitchen table in a pool of blood. And so basically we spent the morning talking to them about the need to come out and take it to court. We knew then they had one fantastic case in court against this government. Oh my goodness. There's something in law enforcement called jury appeal. And when you machine gun a little boy running away from you and shoot a mother holding a baby in the head, you got jury appeal.
It was 11 days into the siege that Bo and Jack finally convinced the family to take their case to court.
Well, the door opens and they come out. I tell you, boy, I just about get tears in my eyes now thinking about it. it was wonderful to see these little girls take off their weapons, and little tiny little girls, you know, wearing weapons against their own government. I mean, where should that be proper? And it was the saddest days of my life was spent on the top of that mountain when I realized that my fellow police officers and soldiers are capable of that, you see, that I served with. I never would have believed that, never would have believed it, you know. And so it was a great awakening for Bo and me and many of the officers up there, because when we walked down through that crowd, big guys with their military rifles and the tears coming down, streaking the face paint, and they were all crying, you know, that the family had come out. So it was a great experience. And that's why there's so many people today in America, and people in uniform, that are speaking out against this damnable world system that's being set up, that will do that to people at will.
That's me and President George Bush. Some of the fringe benefits that you get being in these positions. I've had the opportunity to meet many stars, and that's me and Dolly Parton. There's me and President Ronald Reagan. Down here is a picture of Randy Weaver when we brought him off the jet shortly after we had taken custody of him. You know, in law enforcement, you always think that individual that you arrested was guilty. The jury chose another avenue, and I don't have to agree with that, but in this country I have to respect it.
In the end, Randy was charged with murder, conspiracy and assault, but the trial was a disaster for the government. The judge said that the government had shown a callous disregard for the Weavers' rights. The government paid Rachel and her sisters $1 million each in compensation. Nowadays, Randy earns a living by making personal appearances at gun shows with his new wife, Linda.
Okay, this is the real Randy Weaver. What's happening, buddy?
2 miles from the cabin is the Deep Creek Inn, where the family used to go for nights out. Rachel and I went there for supper. We were unaware that the resident guitarist had waited years to meet Rachel.
My name is Dallas Pike, and I'm a storyteller. I've been living in Nashville for the last few years. I moved up here about a year ago. What happened to your family is the reason I came to Idaho. I have a feeling you may appreciate this song. Red stains in the snow, Bloody Ridge, Idaho. Red stains in the snow, Bloody Ridge, Idaho. 1,000 meters is a long, long way. Never miss their bullets, never stray. Where's the justice and how do you appeal? There's no talking over, there are no deals. When some buffalo hunter snaps a cap.
How are you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Bruce.
Bruce, glad to meet you. This is my wife, Linda. Bruce. Yes, sir. What's your name?
E-S-S-E-N. Okay,
Thank you, Harmon.
I got it. Glad to meet you.
That's my pleasure, believe me.
Red stains in the snow, Vicky Weaver in Waco. But America died in a coup d'etat. It's back in Dallas that our freedom fell when some buffalo hunters and the FBI
Okay, yeah, here, do it like it. Here.
Well, sir.
This is cute. And look right into the lens so your eyes flash.
All right, I'll sign this here pretty quick.